What is up, everybody? Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and welcome to my channel. Some funny stuff happened during the Friday Night Flights Hops and Hyzer event. Can't wait to show you. So, unlike the normal scenario, he allowed us to play the bonus round before the actual event itself. So I thought, yes, this is that moment. I'm gonna go through, I'm just gonna smash through the bonus round, have fun with it. And the disc reward I'm going to use during the actual event. And the reason behind this is because during the event, he has these awesome highlights, lowlights, submission things that he does. And if you have one in the game while you're participating in the tournament and submit it in, you have a chance to sometimes win real life prizes. And in this situation, I didn't know what the prize was when I chose to do this. You could win an in real life prize pack from Diameter Apparel, I believe. And so I was like, oh man, okay, I'm going to take the new disc, whatever it is, and I'm going to try to just get a great highlight with it. And I thought that'd be something that'd be cool because normally we have the bonus round is done after the event. So as I'm running through, I'm actually playing pretty well. That shot right there was fantastic. I couldn't believe I got that kind of distance out of that disc. I'm going to have to revisit, you know, this extra glide drive here because I could really work with it. Besides that, I do want that I got 20 stamp. Side note. Anyway, I played relatively well. I really had a good time during the event. I normally don't play too great during these events because I really have a good time being in the chat and, you know, watching the actual stream itself. I think that, you know, the way Brandon interacts with Reese and Westy and really everybody, the mayor, you know, just the way everybody does what they do on that channel, I really am a big fan. So keep it up, you know, I appreciate it. You should check it out. If you don't, go check this shot out. It was what I would call the perfect line for the perfect settle, and I clipped the brand. I was like, all right, and then I hit this rock, and then Hobie, I sent that as a low light submission, and they reviewed it on the channel, and it was super fun, you know. So it's just one of those things that, yeah, it's just a video game, but when you have a community that you can play the game with, in my opinion, it's that much better, you know. I'm 40, so for me, video games in my life, it was really like I could play some games, and then there were games that you could play with your friends, you know. And for me, like, I was in the GoldenEye era, so being able to play 4-player shooters against each other was just the best. So having a community, being able to play with people, the way that Spinoff does what they do with this game, I think is about as good as it could possibly get as far as a disc golf game goes. And I really truly enjoy all of it. I see some of these guys with these scores that are just so crazy high, and I'm like, that's awesome. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I do have some incredibly good rounds. I did have a good round tonight, but the consistency isn't there enough for me to be like an upper elite player. That's just playing the game more and practicing, and that's fun because I play a ridiculous amount of disc golf in real life, and I am not that good. So it's just something I love. I love this sport. So you'll see I got the disc there. I immediately switched it out from the Hops and Hyzer Christmas Compass. And then I decided to start the actual event. This first round, I normally would play these holes the way I play them in the way you see me running them. But with the new disc, I found that it really kind of it's probably going to replace, if not just be a second for a different bag, my Warship, because I love the way the Warship flies, but that EMAC Truth really flies nice. I've thrown the EMAC Truth before, but I don't know, that one specifically seems like it's pretty reliable. I'm going to look into it more, but it's definitely a great disc, I think. And I threw it pretty well during the event, being that I just got it. So you're going to see I had quite a few spit outs. I don't blame that on the game. If you are watching, I know it's sped up, but if you watch, all of the spit outs that I had during this entire event were all because I was too high on the chains. Straight up, like each time I was just like, yeah, too high, it's whatever. You know, and because I see a lot of people complain about spit outs. Now, I'm not a pro, I'm not against it, I don't really know. I'm not for it, I'm not against it, I don't really know what other people are experiencing. I know that when I experience spit outs, it's usually because they're high on the chains. I would say less than, 10% of the spit outs that I get, I could say, oh, that should have stayed, and it didn't. So it is what it is. During these ace runs, I'm always kind of, because it's 3 different courses, I'm always like, I don't really know on 2 of them. The bounce ace, I usually do with my skip vandal, and like a schmuck, I forgot to put it in my bag. So I was trying to run different options, and I just couldn't dial it in. And if I thought ahead, knowing the ace race, or the drill, not the ace race, I'm sorry, knowing the drill, I should have brought that with me, because that's like my go-to for that hole. There was the I Got 20 event during the event, and it's something that I've always wanted to get. It's Brandon actually talked about it during the event, and I liked what he was saying on there, which was essentially that it's one of the only discs, if not the only disc, that you just cannot get it unless you earn it. There are some other discs that you can get through earning, but you can also have those generated, but not that I Got 20 stamp. And it's something that I think would be just so great to win organically. It's something I've been searching ever since I discovered what it was and how to get it, and it's something I've been trying to actively compete for. And I remember one time I was like within 1 stroke. Besides that, it's just something I haven't quite got there. But I know I will. I know I will eventually. On this throw right here, I was really super excited because no water skip. I was like, I'm gonna try and make it all the way over, and I did. And and then hitting the 40 meter, for the save for the albatross, that was super exciting. This is it. This is the highlight. All right, I was able to smash this 69 meters. What a great throw in. I was really happy with it, and so I sent it to Hyzer. And this is probably my favorite Hyzer moment that I've personally experienced myself. He legitimately, for just a moment, forgot that he opened the bonus round, and they called me a hacker, and it was kind of funny because, I'm just playing the game as like a fan of the game. So that moment was super cool. I appreciated it. If you guys don't go to those events, if you're just watching my channel and you don't really get into the whole community thing, you really should, because it's a fun time. Right here was a big heartbreaker. I knew better. I threw that wrong straight up, and I think I was just rushing the moment, but it's all good. I've seen people throw lines on this course and in multiplayer, and it seems like some people throw it, the way they throw it, they just got it dialed in, like they just know. And I don't know if it's maybe that round, but it does seem awfully coincidental that that's how people, that people do hit those lines that are crazy. Now, I'm not saying people can't do it. I just haven't figured out a consistent way to bend around that bend, or to, roll over that edge, or whatever. I know I'll get that one eventually too. It's something that kind of almost drives me crazy, because that line, it's worthy, you have to earn it to really get there. There's so many things that could go wrong. I just think that that's one of those holes that it's just really fun to play. It's really fun to try the risky stuff. Yeah, if you mess it up, it is what it is. But if you hit it, man, does it feel great. Got a three-way eagle there, man. That was back to back to back. Hit that long albatross. This hole, it's one of those things that if you don't use the water skip lines, right, and you just play it organically without the water skip line, I feel like it's treacherous. You can make easy mistakes. I've seen people throw from the first island on the right all the way and almost hit the basket or almost sink the shot to the island. So, take that for what it is. Alright guys, thanks so much for sticking through the video with me. If you enjoy the content, please, as always, like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up if you could. I am Darkpoi, this is Master Darkpoi Gaming, and hopefully, I'll see you in the future.